So, Ally Bank. It's a name you've probably heard before. I mean, lots of people use Ally Bank, but is it any good? Is it worth opening an account? If you're looking for an overall vibe check, well, I like Ally Bank. They've actually been my main bank for about 3 years now, and they've treated me well, and I haven't had any problems. If you want some more information on the specifics, the pros, the cons, and more, well then sit back, relax, and let's talk numbers. Ally Bank is known for offering a very diverse range of financial products and services designed to cater primarily to the needs of the average person. Their checking and savings accounts are user-friendly, with their online savings account boasting an annual percentage yield, or APY, of 4.25%, which is much higher than the national average for savings accounts. Of course, that's a far cry from actual investments, and even just sticking a bunch of money into a few ETFs can return much more than that. But still, this is liquid, and it's better than the big banks chucking a few pennies at you once a year. And I mean that literally. Chase Bank, for example, will pay you just 50 cents per year in interest if you have $5,000 in a savings account with them. What? APYs can fluctuate, of course, so always check their site to see the current offering. One thing you always need to check with these online banks is whether or not they're insured. And Ally Bank is in fact FDIC insured, meaning up to $250,000 per account is yours even if they shut down or something. It is online only, so if all that technology is wiped out by an EMP or something, well, we'll probably have bigger problems on our hands. Ally Bank also stands out with its transparent fee structure. They do not charge monthly maintenance fees on their accounts, though they do have paid overdraft protection if that's something you need. Their network of fee-free ATMs and ATM fee reimbursement makes accessing money pretty easy as well, which is nice. Even so, cash is becoming less and less popular these days. Ally's debit card is a debit card. Plain and simple. Most of the time you can't do much special with a debit card. If it works like you expect and it looks nice, then that's a win, I guess. Beyond the basics, Ally Bank has a couple cool special features. They offer buckets, which allow you to set aside funds for specific savings goals within your account without having to open a whole new account. Surprise Savings is a unique feature that analyzes your spending patterns and suggests ways to save more. For example, if there's regularly $500 or so sitting in your checking that never moves, it'll notify you that it could be making some money in your savings account. Ally Bank provides competitive interest rates, FDIC insurance, transparent fee structures, a user-friendly mobile app, and some cool futury sounding stuff. It's pretty clear that their normal accounts are cool, but what else do they offer? A checking or savings account isn't the only reason people need to go to a bank. There are plenty of bigger things you can do with your money if you're looking to get a bit fancy. Certificate of deposits, or CDs, are a popular choice for savers looking for fixed term investments. They're also good for people who obsessively check their stock portfolio every single day and worry over it even though all they own is 3 very safe ETFs. Well, with CDs, there's no worry. Ally Bank provides a pretty big variety of CD options with terms ranging from 3 months to 5 years. And as of right now, the 18-month high-yield CD offers an APY of 5.15%, which is pretty good. And these are guaranteed returns as opposed to something like crypto or stocks. So if you don't need your cash for a while, CDs could be the way to go. Beyond traditional banking, Ally Bank is a major player in auto financing, offering very competitive interest rates for auto loans on both new and used vehicles. I can't really give you any exact numbers because it depends on your credit score and a couple of other variables, but if you're having a midlife crisis and that red Corvette starts looking really nice, well, Ally is your ally. Sorry. That was bad. If you're in the market for a new home or looking to refinance, well, Ally Bank provides mortgage and home loan services. They offer various mortgage types, including fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgages, and you can apply online. Interest rates on mortgages also fluctuate, so you have to check the current rates whenever you're looking to buy a house. That is, of course, if you're ever looking to buy a house, because good luck to all of us out there with the current housing market. If you're interested in investing in a more general sense, Ally Bank also offers self-directed investment accounts through the Ally Invest platform. This provides access to stocks, exchange-traded funds or ETFs, options, and more. There's no minimum balance, so it's easy to try out, but their investment platform isn't the best. It's good if you want to keep your assets and your bank account in the same place, but otherwise you're probably better off going with another option. Lastly, Ally doesn't have its own physical branches, but it does offer an extensive network of fee-free ATMs. They even reimburse up to a certain amount in ATM fees charged by other banks each month, making it easier for you to access your cash without paying to get your own money out. In fact, I've always thought it was a stupid practice, this whole ATM fee thing going on, but it's the world we live in. But you're probably thinking, Andy, most banks have these things. Okay, well, let's break down a few of the bigger pros of Ally. We've talked about what Ally offers, but we haven't really talked about why they are better. Let's go over a couple pros and cons, starting with the pros first. First, their competitive savings account rates are worth noting again. We discussed the account before, but let's talk in detail about why those rates are so good. According to Bankrate's September 4th weekly survey of institutions, the national average yield for savings accounts is only 0.59% APY. Compare that to the 4.25% of Ally, and you can see exactly why they're so good. You could chuck everything you've got into VTI and probably come out ahead, but then you also have to worry about selling if you ever need cash, and also doing taxes on the dividends and stuff like that. A savings account is not a replacement for your investments, but it's nice to be earning money on your savings while also investing your money. Second, Ally does not charge monthly maintenance fees on their accounts. And I actually have a pretty specific example for young adults that are over the age of 24 if you bank with Wells Fargo. Well, you've probably gotten an email that they're going to start charging you $5 per month for your checking account. And this is all too common across the big banks right now. Lots of fees, not many features. Third, Ally does provide 24/7 customer support, and it's actually good customer support. I've talked to them a couple times. In fact, I just called them yesterday to put my card on a travel notice because I'm gonna be traveling. And the support person I talked to was super nice, super helpful, and the entire thing was taken care of in just a couple of minutes. Compare that to brick and mortar banks never being open when you need them, and yeah, you can see why this is so appealing. If you work a day job, it's almost impossible to get to a bank during their working hours these days without calling out sick. Ally Bank's app is also really good compared to the competition. There's a user-friendly interface that allows you to manage your accounts, deposit checks, transfer funds, and access your investment portfolio if you use Ally Invest, all in one place. And you can actually find everything pretty easily instead of it being hidden away in 6 stacks of hamburger menus. And because they are online only, they've really put a lot of time into making the app run smooth, unlike what feels like an afterthought from many other banks. Not all of these work for everyone, and of course there are some negatives which I would feel remiss not mentioning. Ally is still a bank, and we still need to criticize what could work better to get the best deals as the consumer. Every bank's got something wrong with it, so let's take a quick look at what Ally could do better. One very notable limitation is Ally Bank's lack of physical branches, because to some people that is very important. If you prefer in-person banking, access to a local bank, or the ability to conduct transactions face-to-face for bank stuff, well, Ally may not be the best fit for you. But if you're like me and you don't really value that stuff, well, then conversely, Ally might be great. While it's great, Ally does offer an investment platform, I really don't enjoy using it compared to the competitors. Like, I think SoFi has a much better and easier to use investing platform. Still, it is nice to have this in an all-in-one platform. It's just not gonna make any best of lists for me. So that was the cons. Now let's talk competition. I've chosen a few other banking platforms that have competitive features or that most people would consider as well. UFB Direct, much like Ally Bank, offers a competitive high-yield savings account with a massive APY of 5.25% at the time of this video. They are also an online-only bank, which means no physical branches. However, UFB Direct has fewer online tools and a slightly less user-friendly mobile app compared to Ally. When it comes to customer service, Ally Bank's 24/7 support stands out compared to the competition against UFB. Additionally, Ally Bank provides various financial products beyond savings accounts, such as auto loans, home mortgages, which UFB Direct may not offer. Just do your due diligence before going with one or the other. SoFi, short for Social Finance, is a financial institution that offers a competitive high-yield savings account as well, featuring APY similar to Ally Bank's conditionally. If you have direct deposit set up, or if you deposit $5,000 every 30 days, you'll get 4.6% APY. Otherwise, it's a much lower 1.2% APY. Most people fulfill the direct deposit criteria, but if you're self-employed or something like that, you might not. SoFi also includes cash management features like bill pay, peer-to-peer payments, and saving-specific features. Beyond banking, SoFi stands out with member benefits, including career coaching, financial planning, and exclusive events. They also provide personal loans, student loan refinancing, and investment services, making them a very comprehensive financial services provider. Their customer support, however, has often been said to be very hit or miss. I also want to give a quick comparison to what I would call the big banks of the world. Think Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, etc. All the huge ones with brick and mortar locations. Generally, these guys excel with stuff like mortgages and credit cards, and not much else. They're high fee, low incentive, and generally don't seem to care about their customers all that much because they just don't have to. If someone needs a bank account fast, most people just go down the street and open one. But I would say that's exactly what you shouldn't do. So, should you open a bank account with Ally? You might not need any of the things that I talked about regarding Ally in this video, but maybe you do. I personally think that Ally is a great all-around bank and one of the most fully featured banks out there at the moment. And given that I've actually been using them for the past few years, I'm obviously a fan. Now, their interest rates aren't always the very highest, but they're always competitive, and they come with a lot of all-in-one features you might not get at other institutions. Also, there's no penalty for opening accounts, so why not give it a try? If you don't like it after a little while, just close it up and pretend it never happened. If you're like me though, I figure you'll probably like it more than you expect. If you're still shopping, you should watch this video where I review SoFi. I think they are a fantastic all-in-one banking platform you should also strongly consider. Thanks for watching my video.